Hi everybody. Welcome to the third installment of this week-long communal grieving sessions. We'll give folks a few minutes to float in. Welcome. I invite you to get some water nearby, some tea, whatever feels good to you. Sorry, the dog just coughed up a toy next to me, if that sounded gross, but I hope you can get comfortable, find a spot that really feels sustainable for the next, 20 or so minutes. I hope you are finding yourselves able to be held through this kind of grief. Thank you for being here in spirit. Thanks for checking in the chat. Today we will be just getting a little grounding, doing a little slowing down of the body, and then we will move into a little bit of chanting and drum again, like we were doing before. This time we've kind of gone outwards in a trajectory in sense. The first sit, we had a lot of talking. We did a lot of different styles of, breathing and checking in. The second time we did a mantra offering to kind of fortify our spirits, try to allow ourselves to go beyond what we think is possible. And this time I'll be kind of drawing on my own ancestral lineage and trying to make an offering in that way and making it so that, one second, let me dump out these toys for this dog or else she's gonna sneezing on my leg. But this time we're gonna make a little offering from my own abolitionist ancestry as a Black American, and really just trying to draw on that kind of power of song and drum and just being together. So if you want to get comfortable, find a spot that feels good. You can be laying down, you can be sitting up, doing whatever you'd like. We might just start by taking a nice slow breath in and letting it all out. Taking a second just to join ourselves, our bodies, exactly right now. Wherever you sit or lay, this next 20 minutes or so, we can perhaps put down everything that we need to do in the future, everything that we've done in the past. And we can try and fully show up to this moment right now, knowing anything we need to pick up will be there for us after we're done checking in. And as we slowly breathe in and out, we might bring our attention into the lower half of our body, releasing any tension in the thighs, shins, or calves, if that feels possible today. Perhaps you stretch your legs out, feel into the knees, the ankles. Maybe you take a few gentle rolls of the ankles, stretching the toes, before letting your lower half kind of settle into stillness. Inviting a little bit of rest into the body. And we can move our awareness up into the center of the body if that feels good. Perhaps noticing our breath dropping down into the lungs, filling them in every direction as they inflate. And as they deflate, as we release our breath, we can take a moment to let the entire torso soften. If there's any tension that could be released in the shoulders or neck, perhaps we take a few shoulder rolls backwards, gently stretching. We could also roll the arms forwards or back, really opening the chest a little bit up. And continuing to breathe, to settle. We can allow perhaps our jaw to release, relax. Maybe even bringing the hands up to give yourself a gentle massage on the points of the jaw or temples. And finally, we can slowly relax the forehead, the place in between the brows. And today, everything I do will be opt-in, opt-out. So if you need to take a break, if you need to take a breath, if you need to move your body, do anything that's outside of the instructions I'm saying, please feel free to care for yourself, to tend for yourself. That's the purpose of what we're doing here today. Take a few breaths. I'm going to move this dog because she's wants to do something right now. Okay. She can go play downstairs and get her zoomies out while we relax. Today I am going to be offering, there's a spiritual or a hymn, African American hymn called We Shall Not Be Moved. And so we'll be listening to the drum and the chanting. I'll be doing, there's just 2 parts to it, and I'll just be doing them 3 times in a row. So you can join in along with me if you'd like, once you catch on to the words and the rhythm. It's pretty simple. Or you can use this as a sound meditation to really just let the sound of the drum and the voice wash over you, ease into your spot, maybe stretch, move, do whatever feels good, but the invitation here really is to draw on kind of our own ancestral power here. Now we've moved we were reaching out to the world in the first session, we were grounding kind of in a midpoint in the second session, and now we're kind of going internal in the sense that we're reaching beyond in the past. Everybody who's come before us to allow us to be here, to be living, to be thriving, to be grieving together, to be doing all these things. We're really going to call on that power, the folks who have been oppressed before in our lineages and overcome. And we're going to ask them to come help us get through this moment and move towards freedom again. We're going to start with a clearing breath if you'd like. Take a deep breath in. Let it all out. I'll ring the bell a few times and we'll begin. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Like a tree planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Like a tree planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Like a tree planted by the water, we shall not be moved. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Take a few deep breaths. That's the pattern we'll use. I'll keep on repeating. If you want to join in, feel free to join in. But as we hear these sounds, again, the invitation is to root into that vibration. Perhaps hold your own chest as you hum along. Really feel the power of those physical sound waves we can create. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Like shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Like a tree planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Like a tree planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Like a tree planted by the water, we shall not be moved. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Like a tree planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Like a tree planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Like a tree planted by the water, we shall not be moved. If grief comes, let it come. If rage comes, let it come. Whatever's arising in you right now. We'll go through the chant one more time, the spiritual one more time, really trying to cultivate that energy of our ancestors who were not moved, who died on their land defending it, who saved their land and retreated it, planted new soils and crops after they ended slaveries, ended genocides, ended apartheids. We're really calling on the earth and our ancestors as we move through this spiritual. And that power of not looking away. That's been our theme this whole time. I'm not going to look away no matter if I'm crying, if I feel like I'm falling apart, if the grief feels overwhelming. I'm going to look at it and I'm going to build a home for it. And in that home, we can all remember the freedom that is already ours. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved like a tree planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved like a tree planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved like a tree planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. We shall not be moved. Palestine will be free. Like a tree planted by the water, Palestine will be free. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. We will not be moved like like a tree planted by the water. Palestine will be free. Take a deep breath in. Let it all go. Whatever ancestors you hold, whatever prayers you offer, whatever gods you observe, whatever land has supported you, we call on that source of infinitely changing revolution. Today we can offer up any grief, any fortitude, anything we have cultivated that has arisen and that will fall. We can offer that up to each and every martyr, to each and every living being, to each and every person moving towards liberation with us. Thank you all for sitting with me today. Palestine will free us all. I really deeply and truly believe that. And I appreciate you breathing that truth to life with me today. Until next time.